You know you're funny when you start asking yourself the question, what is the psychology behind being funny? What in our brains, we have a brain inside of here that's protected, that we just let it do its thing up in there. You know, there's a brain right here. I have my own brain. This is my brain. I could literally just cut my head open and grab my brain if I really wanted to, but something inside of me tells me, don't do it. And I love that voice. Anyways, I'm watching a video about the psychology of humor, and apparently this dude decided to ask the bold question, what is the world's funniest joke? And I'm gonna give you guys a play-by-play of all the things that I have learned as I watch this video, and let you know what I discover behind the psychology of being funny. And I'm filming this video in my brain, subconsciously knowing that I'm funny. And so me knowing that I'm funny gave me enough courage to take out my phone and film a video and keep talking to this camera. And my hair's wet. Also, I just remembered something. It is 9:27 and I gotta be quiet. All right, let me just bring you guys into this because you're hearing silence right now. These are the questions being asked. What is humor? What makes a good joke? Why do we laugh at all? And this is what I was wanting to understand. This is what I was trying to get to the point of. Because you weren't watching the video with me, and I don't know if I'm gonna actually fully edit this out. The joke was, two hunters go in the forest together, and one of the hunters falls off a tree and dies. So then the other hunter decides to call 911 and said, my friend is dead, what should I do? And the operator said, calm down, I can help you. And then the operator, 911 person, said, also, that's crazy. We have 911 operators who are just normal people. Anyways, the 911 operator said, first of all, how do you know your friend's dead? And then they hear a gunshot. And the hunter says, now, what do I do? And apparently that was the funniest joke ever to the scientist and to all the people who participated in the poll. So now we've gotten down to the questions. What is humor? What makes a good joke? And why do we laugh at all? I'm intrigued. The first hypothesis and thing that is pitched to us is there is a strategy that can be used to find out how many times we laugh a day and what makes us laugh. So apparently, a good average estimate, it says that we laugh about 17 times a day. And he also brought up a good point that we do indeed build whole industries and people make millions of dollars with the sole goal of making someone laugh. Why do we love laughing as humans? Isn't that weird? Like, what if I just laugh? For some reason, that's pleasurable. We all unknowingly have all participated in this industry of making people laugh. And little did you know, right now, I'm making you go into the industry because I guess the sole goal of my subconscious brain to start filming was to make someone laugh. Dude, this is crazy. It's actually kind of crazy. For the history, let me give you a little history background. When do we start to laugh? We start laughing when we're 3 to 6 months old. And that happens because something in our brain is stimulating. Either we're getting tickled or we're seeing something that's making our brain go, what's going on here? So laughter starts in the brain. So right now I'm hearing that they're saying it's a series of staccato things that are coming in a series of different seconds. They're all separated by 1/5 of a second. Laughing is full of vowels. Why is laughing full of vowels? When you laugh, 15 different facial muscles contract. Why am I crying? These muscles are all involved in laughing. Left side of your cortex, which is responsible for language and speaking. So the brain realizes the words and the structure of the joke. So then your frontal lobe is becoming very active because it's recognizing all these words. And then the right hemisphere of your right cortex will also start to show activity because of all that's happening over here. Because there's a lot of intellectual analysis going on that is required for you to tell the said joke or understand the joke. Okay? I'm learning a lot. So then, the wave processing starts to send all its information down to the occipital lobe. Occipita. And if the joke is funny enough, this part of your brain will start getting stimulated, and all the motor cortexes of your brain start going crazy because the joke's so funny. Shoot. So now the guy's saying laughter comes from a specific area of the brain. So on the external simulation is the interior part of the human submotor motor, SMA, which can elicit laughter. This area is most involved in the initiation of speech. So that part of my brain is making me laugh. So they did a study, and there was a bunch of these electrical sites that were put onto this surface of this girl's brain, who was a 16-year-old girl, an unknown girl, who had a lot of seizures. They were trying to figure out why is this happening to this girl, and they noticed that whenever the electricity or whatever was applied to those black dots is when she laughed the most, and it would produce this good thing, this good scientific thing that would help the seizures stop. So this area of the brain is extremely important for laughter. Okay? Now we have endorphins. Endorphins, they're the same type of chemicals that can give you a runner's high. Endorphins. So whenever we're laughing, there's endorphins being released. So that's true. Benefits of laughter. Let's look at the benefits of laughter here. So it's saying all of our immunity goes up. Our stress hormones go up or down, and our brain's doing good. So even if you have diabetes and you eat food and then after the meal you laugh, it's better for you. So if any of you guys have diabetes, start eating and then laughing is what it's recommending. So I just explained how we laugh. But now we need to look at when and why. Come back for part 2.